Hey guys. Okay, this is the next project in creating interactions for the AVA producers. The final product will look like this. This is in the 5.1 Mountain AVAs lesson, the first tab, Mount Veeder. And basically we're creating a hotspot interaction for each producer, for each AVA. So there's a good bit of them. And I'll show you how to do it. Basically, the final product will look like this, where you've got the text for the AVA, and you can kind of move that up and down. And then over here, you move from one producer to the next with the hotspots. So let me show you how to do that. And I'll send you any of these resources when I send the video. Okay, so first of all, you're going to want to open up the template that I'm sending you. It's called Producers AVA Name Hotspot, and figure out which one you want to do next. The next one on the chopping block is Spring Mountain AVA. So the first thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and rename it. We'll save as Spring Mountain and save. Okay, the next thing I need to do is to pull the Spring Mountain image. So this is one of the links that I'll send you. It's to the graphics that Carrie created. And the name is, it's under maps. I'll send you the direct link, AVA hotspots. So I want to find Spring Mountain AVA, which is right here. And I'm going to download it. I'm just going to put it in my downloads. Not even going to move it anywhere because we're going to pull it into this file. So I'm going to come over here, and this is in iSpring. I'm going to say change from file, and I'm in my downloads. I click Spring Mountain, click OK, and then it pops up. So the next thing you're probably wondering is, how do I know where these hotspots need to sit? And that's when you're going to want to go into the course for the first time. So I'll send you a direct link into the course. And this is the area that you'll want to look at to get the content for each producer. It's called Original Content for Lessons 4 and 5. We'll delete this once we're done creating the content. And you're going to scroll down until you find Spring Mountain District. Ignore all that upper area. You don't need this. This will all be part of the video. This is what we're looking for. So for Spring Mountain, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 producers. Before we move forward, I'm going to just look at the maps in each section and find where each one is located. So the very first one is called Kane, and it's located sort of in this little loop area. So I'm going to go back over to my file. Then I'm on my first one, and it's highlighted here. And again, it's sort of in this area. So get as close as you can. I'm going to go ahead and rename this Kane so I know that I've already done that one. And I'm going to move on to my second one. And my second one is Pride Mountain. Pride Mountain is in this little area. So I'm going to pop over here. This is the one that's highlighted. I'll come over here. And I'm going to rename that. And it was called Pride Mountain, and we're doing the titles in all caps. And then I'm going to go to my third one. Did I get that right? Yeah, Pride Mountain. Smith Madrone, which is sort of to the right of Pride Mountain. So let's move this guy over here a little. Okay. And then I'm going to rename it Smith Madrone. And notice I only have 3 in the template, so this is how you're going to create a new hotspot for the next one. You come up here and you say Add Hotspot. It gives you 3 options. Do the ellipse. Don't know what happened. Hello. Okay, here's my new hotspot. I don't know why it did it that way. I'm going to look back one more time to see where my next one is, which is Spring Mountain Vineyard, and it's way over here next to that little odd shape, so it's somewhere over here. And you'll notice that you'll have to reshape this, and I'll show you how to change the color in just a moment. But I'm going to double check that it looks about the same size at least. Unfortunately, there's no way to do the exact size like with a measurement, so you just kind of got to eyeball it. All right, so let's go ahead and name this one, and that is Spring Mountain Vineyard. All right, and let's do our very last one real quick, and then we'll go into the text itself. So let's add yet another one. You actually can just draw it. So let me show you that, because I don't know, I didn't really show that very clearly. I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to say add, and then ellipse, and then I'm just going to draw it over here at about the size that the rest of them are. Okay, and then my last area is Stony Hill. So I'm going to go ahead and name this. Okay, now where's that one located? It's up kind of above these two. So these are all sort of crammed together. Okay, so now that we have all of our hotspots in place and we have our picture changed, we're going to go through and we're going to add the text. I'm going to go ahead and copy the text here and put it into the two new ones that I have, just so I have a template to work with. So starting with Cane, one thing that I've learned, I'm working in Parallels, so I'm actually working on my Mac, and this is open in Windows in Parallels. So I can't actually copy straight from the course right here and paste it into this little text box. However, what I can do is paste the text into a Word document within Parallels and then move it from there. So that's what I'm going to do as the example. If you find a better way to do it, go for it. So I'm basically going to copy the content from the course and into my Word document. Save it as text so it doesn't pull over any formatting. And then I'm going to take one piece at a time, so I keep my headings in the template. And the first section is known for. So Cane is known for its lightly extracted wines and multi-vintage blends, period. So just make it into a full sentence. And I'll just do that for each section and pull it over. I had accidentally pulled the wrong content over here the first time, so that's why you see content here. And I just deleted that from this video. You didn't have to listen to me twice. Okay, so once my content's over here, I want to look back at this section and see if there's any links to additional information, not links to these fake key terms that'll go away, but links to additional information, and there is not. So since there isn't, in my Learn More part of the template, I'm just going to delete it. All right, so now you got it. I'm going to save that. And once you've pulled in the text from each one of these producers, you can preview and just double check that everything looks okay. And this reminded me that I did not change the colors of the dots to white. So I'm going to need to go ahead and do that, and I'll show you how to do that real quick. So if you come and make sure that you're on the Hotspots tab and go to Colors, and then you'll find 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you'll notice that these are already white. So you come to the blue one and you change that to white. And then you come to the pink one, change that to white. And those are the only two that we had to change for this. Make sure that you apply and close. Make sure you save. And when I preview again, I just want to double check that my dots, my circles are pretty much the same size. And of course, when you're previewing this, you would have already filled out all of this information as well. So that's about it. So we'll need to do that for every single one of the AVAs. I've already done Mount Veeder. I'll send you this Spring Mountain template so that you already have the first one done. I will also send you the direct link to the course so that you can easily copy these. And I will send you the direct link to these images so you have all of them. Okay, so now that you have created them, what do you do with them? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to publish, and I want to make sure that LMS is chosen, and it should already have the title on here. If not, go ahead and put it on there. And of course, take template off and replace this with whichever producer or AVA you're working in. Every other setting should be correct. We want to scale the interaction slide to the exact size. And we want to make sure that this is Experience API selected. And then we're going to click Publish. Now I have this going to a specific folder on my computer. You can make it go to whatever folder you want. Eventually we'll want to pull those folders into Google Drive so that we all have access to them. But for now, I'm just going to leave it there. So I'm going to publish. All right, now you can view the interaction before you put it up, just to make sure everything looks okay. Of course, it's not going to look okay because the text is not on there yet. And then I need to go to my files. Sorry. I need to go to the last file that I'm going to send you from Dropbox. And this is probably the more important one. It's called Chalk Tablet X API. This is lesson 5. And then you're going to do producers, tin can zip files. And then you're going to want to upload a file or just move it over. I am just going to pull it from here. Here's my Spring Mountain Hotspot template zip file. I'm just going to slide it in because it's a little easier to do it that way. And then you'll see it appear. And the very last step is you want to go to the X API content, which is in the main part of the course, and it's at the very top, 3 under Dashboard. And you want to click Add New. And then you want to call it, producers. Let's see, hold on. Let's do Napa Valley Wine Expert. I think that's how I did the other one. And let's do Spring Mountain Producers. And then you're going to come down here, click Upload. Click Dropbox. Choose Dropbox. APIX. Lesson 5, right where you put it. Spring Mountain Hotspot, choose. And then you have to publish first. Once you've published it, you'll get the Grassblade shortcode, which is right here. And you're going to copy that. You're going to come back into the main part of the course where I am here. I'm in the edit part. You're going to go to the second little tab here where Spring Mountain is. I'm going to make little placeholders here, but basically, I'll go ahead and do that. So I'm going to edit this text block and just copy everything. Just so I have the same format. And then come over to Spring Mountain, edit, paste, come back over, get my correct grass blade ID, and replace this one. Save changes, change my text here. That is Spring Mountain producers. And then the Spring Mountain producers include, and then you'll want to add those there. And that ought to do it. The very last step, which is most important, is click Update. Otherwise, you'll lose your changes. If you want to come and just check it out, make sure it looks okay, you can come back over to your ADAs. It's under 5.1. And it's the second little dot. And there you have it. Since you're still going to be working on this one, I will delete this so that you don't have a hard time doing what I just did. Because if there's two with the same name, it causes some issues and doesn't update properly. I think that covers it all. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Talk to you soon.